Welcome to another Chess.com podcast. Carrying on with our different openings, today we're going to look at Vienna. This starts e4, e5, knight c3. It's a very flexible system. Black can reply with knight c6, and now we see bishop to c4 in this line. Now it looks like black makes a mistake, plays the knight to a5, which sets up a good sacrifice by white. His bishop takes f7 with check, king takes f7, and the queen comes to h7 with check. Now straight away we can see the problems that might face black. If the king came to e6, then knight c3, d6, knight g5, check, the king is forced to d7. These are all best moves. Knight c7, g6, knight to f3, queen to f6, and after the queens come off the board, white gains an advantage. It's an exchange up, and even if the knight starts to become trapped, he can easily take off a pawn and still gain a material advantage. Going back, the king might not try to come to e6, but instead play g6. And after queen takes e5, knight c6, queen to h8, it looks like black's just in a completely lost position. But in actual fact this is drawn because the white queen can be trapped. h6 can be played in this situation. Queen to h7 check, bishop to g7, and then white has to try and move pieces into the attack to help the queen escape. Knight d5, but because white's so undeveloped, the great move, knight to b4, followed by knight f4 and queen f6, actually saves the game for black. These are all best moves again. Knight takes g6, knight takes c2, king d1, knight takes a1, knight h8 check, and the best white can do here is to repeat the position. So it's an interesting position that can arise after the aggressive knight a5. Whilst the sacrifice looks sound and it can gain white an advantage, let's be careful to capitalise on this advantage. Black must also be careful in his defence. I hope you've enjoyed this Chess.com podcast.